Okay, now I would like to explain about the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, Unit 5, first topic. So first, time varying magnetic fields. The time varying magnetic fields are varying with respect to time. In previous chapters we discussed about time invariant fields. The time invariant fields are constant with respect to time. The time varying fields are changing with respect to time. So next one, the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So according to Faraday's experiment, a static magnetic field cannot produce any current, but with time varying fields an EMF is induces which may drive a current in a closed path or circuit. The EMF is induced if the relative motion is exist between conductors and magnetic field. The relative motion can be created by using constant magnetic fields with rotating conductors, time varying magnetic fields with stationary conductors. The Faraday discovered that induced EMF is equals to the time rate of change of magnetic flux linking with the closed circuit. So the Faraday states that the induced EMF E equals to minus N into di by dt. Here N is number of turns of the coil, pi is magnetic flux, E is induced EMF. Units are volts. If number of turns of a coil equals to 1, then the induced EMF E equals to minus d pi by dt volts. Here the negative sign indicates the direction of the induced EMF is such that this EMF produces a current which will produce a magnetic field which will oppose the main magnetic field. This is from Lenz's law. So according to Lenz's law, this negative sign indicates the direction of the induced EMF. According to Lenz's law, the current produced by this induced EMF creates one magnetic field. That magnetic field opposes the main magnetic field. The induced EMF is a scalar quantity which is measured in volts. The induced EMF is given by the scalar quantity. The scalar quantity of induced EMF is given by E equals to closed line integral E bar dot dl bar. This is only magnitude value. Okay, let it is equation number 2 and it is equation number 1. The magnetic flux pi passing through the specified area is given by pi equals to surface integral B bar dot ds bar. This is flux density pi. We know that formula pi equals to B into A. So by using that formula we can write the magnetic flux pi equals to surface integral B bar dot ds bar. So next from equation 1, okay, equation 1, E equals to minus d pi by dt. So we can write E equals to minus d by dt and pi equals to surface integral B bar dot ds bar. Okay, equation number 3. So from equations 2 and 3 we can write E equals to E equals to closed line integral E bar dot dl bar, it equals to minus d by dt surface integral B bar dot ds bar. The variation of the flux pi with respect to time can be changed due to any of the following conditions. Okay, this is the EMF induced EMF equation. In order to create induced EMF, the following conditions must be satisfied. So first one, by having stationary closed path in a time varying magnetic field. Here the conductor is stationary and magnetic field is time varying. So second one, by having time varying closed path. Okay, time varying closed path in a static magnetic field. So here conductor rotating, magnetic field is stationary. Static magnetic fields means stationary magnetic fields. So next, by having stationary closed path in time varying. Okay, next one, by having time varying closed path in time varying magnetic field. Here conductor is rotating in a time varying magnetic field. Okay, when the EMF is induced due to time varying magnetic field, the EMF is called statically induced EMF or transformer EMF. When the EMF is induced in the time varying closed path, here conductor is rotating, here magnetic field is time varying. Time varying closed path due to static field, then the induced EMF is called dynamically induced EMF or motionally induced EMF. So first one, transformer EMF example, second one, generator EMF example. If the static magnetic field and conductor rotating, the EMF is dynamically induced EMF. Time varying magnetic field and conductor is stationary. In that case, the EMF is called transformer EMF or statically induced EMF. Okay, next one, first case, a stationary closed path in a time varying magnetic field. Okay, here conductor is stationary, magnetic field is time varying. So the condition in which a closed path is stationary, it means conductor is stationary and magnetic field is varying with respect to time. So we can use the partial derivative, and finally we can write the equation closed line integral E bar dot dl bar equals to minus surface integral dou by dou t b bar dot ds bar. Okay, this equation closed line integral E bar dot dl bar equals to minus d by dt surface integral b bar dot ds bar. This equation can be written as closed line integral E bar dot dl bar equals to minus surface integral dou by dou t of b bar dot ds bar. Okay, this is similar to transformer action, and EMF is called transformer EMF. So by using Stokes theorem, we can convert line integral into surface integration. Okay, this closed line integration can be converted into closed surface integration by using Stokes theorem. By applying Stokes theorem, the closed line integral E bar dot dl bar equals to closed surface integral del bar cross E bar dot ds bar, it equals to minus surface integral dou by dou t of b bar dot ds bar. Okay, both sides surface integration cancel. So final equation del bar cross E bar equals to minus dou by dou t of b bar. Okay, this is equation number 2. The above equation is called Maxwell's fourth equation. This equation Maxwell's fourth equation. From equations 1 and 2, if the flux is constant, okay, not varying with respect to time, then equations 1 and 2 becomes, if flux is constant, flux density also constant, then dou by dou t of constant value equals to 0. In that case, the equation 1 becomes closed line integral E bar dot dl bar equals to 0. So here also same, if flux is constant, b value constant value, then differentiation of constant value equals to 0. So del bar cross E bar equals to 0. So these equations not equals to 0 only if flux is varying with respect to time. So that's why this EMF is called statically induced EMF or transformer EMF. Okay, here, so first this is the equation from last derivation. First we are writing this equation. So next, by applying Stokes theorem, we can convert this integration, line integration, into surface integration. So both sides surface integration cancel. Finally, equation del bar plus E bar equals to minus dou by dou t of b bar. Okay, this equation is called Maxwell's fourth equation. Okay, according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, if there exists rate of change of flux linkages, in EMF is induced across the conductor. Okay, the rate of change of flux linkages can be created by using three methods. First one, conductor stationary, magnetic field is time varying. Second one, conductor rotating, magnetic field is time varying. So third one, conductor rotating, magnetic field time varying. Okay, if conductor is stationary, magnetic field is time varying, the EMF is called statically induced EMF. If conductor is rotating and magnetic field is stationary, EMF is called dynamically induced EMF. In third case, both statically induced EMF and dynamically induced EMFs are present. So total EMF equals to, so statically induced EMF plus dynamically induced EMF. If the conductor is rotating in a time varying magnetic field, in that case, in conductor, both EMFs are generated. So total induced EMF equals to statically induced EMF plus dynamically induced EMF.